Hello, everyone. So let's start off by having you guys comment with a hand emoji if you've ever worried that your child is lazy and may never move out of your house or may stay on your sofa forever and play video games. Or how many of you feel like your child is just not trying sometimes? You can leave that hand emoji for that one too. If we haven't met, I'm Melissa Corcombe. I'm a certified life coach and parent coach, bringing you parenting advice that works so you can laugh more and yell less with your kids. I blog at thecorkboardonline.com and host Back Talk at rvntv.tv. For those of you watching this on YouTube or Instagram TV, you are invited to join the conversation about all things adoption, foster care, essential oils, ADHD, and my Facebook group called Essentially Connected. And you can join that by just going to thecorkboardonline.com/Facebook. All right, see, there you go. The hands are already coming in. All right, so I had a conversation with my friend Carrie yesterday. She was a guest on my show Back Talk. Some of you have met her in our group. She's the teen confidence coach. She's amazing. You need to check her out if you haven't already. And we were talking about relevance. We agreed that relevance is the one thing, it's the one missing factor when our kids don't seem to be motivated or they look like they're not trying. So think about what's going on in your life right now and comment with a skill that your child currently seems to be refusing to engage in. So when we're asking our kids to learn something new that also does not feel relevant to them, we're actually asking them to do two things at once. We're asking them to develop self-discipline at the same time that they're learning a new skill. And because most of our kids struggle with executive functioning and processing, this multitasking of learning two skills at once is basically impossible. They get overwhelmed and then their whole system just shuts down. So we often experience this shutdown as laziness because our kids often react with phrases like, I don't care, I don't want to, this is stupid, right? Those are kind of the G-rated ones. So let's take writing a report, for example. Just writing by itself actually is one of the most complex tasks on the executive functioning ladder. In fact, it's really not a single task at all, but a composite of lots of things. If we're asking our kids to learn how to write on a topic that they have no interest in, like the Renaissance or the migration pattern of birds, we're setting them up to fail. If they're boys, they are much more likely to engage in the writing process if we let them write about poop or video games. And if it's girls, well, I was never a girly girl, so I don't even know what to put here. I don't know. What would girls like to write about? Maybe princesses or fashion or, I don't know, pop culture, right? So then we're making the topic relevant to them. We're making the skill relevant to them, and then they're more likely to engage with us to learn it. I have never had trouble teaching a little boy how to write when he can write about whatever he wants to write about, even kids with really severe learning disabilities. And I taught writing and grammar to kids of all ages and abilities for many years. So go back to the question that I asked. What is that skill that your child seems to be refusing to engage in? Perseverance. That's a good one. So like for perseverance, right? That's its own skill. So we have to teach our child to persevere using a skill that they already know. So how can you make that skill relevant? Maybe you're going to have them persevere doing something that isn't a skill that's too hard for them. We need to make the bar really low, right? Maybe if your child is having trouble with a lot of life skills, right? Body management, self-care, toileting, all those things, right? It has to be relevant to them. One of our kids didn't start showering regularly until he had a girlfriend, right? It had to be relevant to him. If you're not sure how to make the skill you're trying to teach your child relevant, go ahead and drop it in the comments. We're here to help as a community. So this idea of relevance and teaching skills is just one tiny tip of the executive functioning iceberg, right? If you want to take a deep dive into how we can increase our kids' executive functioning skills, go ahead and drop into a group coaching call next week. We're going to be having those on Tuesday, January 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern and Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Same content, about 20 minutes of content on executive functioning, what it is, how it affects our kids, some really practical ways of how we can help them increase their level of executive functioning, and then 40 minutes of interactive coaching, question and answers, because I want you to have this be relevant to you right where you are so you can start in right away. The cost for that is just $27 to drop in for the hour. You can pick Tuesday or Thursday. And so if you want to find out more about that or sign up and get registered, you can do that at thecorkboardonline.com/group. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next time. Have a great day.